Hi, I'm Rob Kircher, and this is Better Health and Greater Wealth. And by popular demand, I'm going to show you how to debone a holiday turkey. That's right, debone a holiday turkey. Now this guy weighs about 19 pounds, believe it or not. And she is a beauty. And I'm going to show you how to take all the bones out of this baby. And you're going to end up with a deboned turkey that you can stuff later on and you can cut very easily for the holiday season. Now the first thing we're going to do is actually cut off the wings. And you just want to go through here and find that little corner. In fact, the best thing to do is kind of just break it with your hand. That's what I do. You do that, and then you can cut it out very easily, like that. Okay, once you get that done, you put that aside. I'll do the same thing on this side. I'm going to cut through here and break that wing off, like that. You find that joint, you just run your knife along the edge of that joint so she comes apart. Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit, but you'll get it. Here we go. Okay? Next thing we're going to do, just flip it over, essentially so the back is up, if you will, and you want to take a deboning knife, that's the best one to do, and just very carefully go along the whole length of the turkey. And it's going to be kind of slow going at first because you'll be running your knife along the actual rib cage, the carcass, if you will, of the turkey. And the whole idea is just to kind of carefully work along. Now there's very little meat here because you're actually dealing primarily with bone, but you want to carefully go along until you can get to a point where you can start to get a little deeper along the carcass. So the idea is to continue to go down along the carcass, and you basically want to get to the point where you have the bone for your leg and your bone for your wing exposed, because that's what you want to cut off. So it takes a while, but just be patient and you'll eventually get to it. There. Okay. So you can see what I did. I just pulled the joint right out of it. But you want to stay, again, along the carcass. Do not go through the skin, because if you go through the skin, essentially it's good night, Irene. Okay? So what you want to do is keep going along the front here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find the wing bone, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull that out. And once you get to this point, things will go a lot easier. Give you a little better view. But what I've been able to successfully do at this point is to run my knife along the carcass, and I've been able to find that wing bone up here, and we got the leg bone already out of its socket. So I'm going to separate this like so. Try to save as much of that wonderful turkey as possible. Just go right along the carcass. Careful not to go through the skin. Okay, so you're going to end up with something like this. To be a general idea. Little membrane you can cut through. I'm going to do the other side of the turkey now, exactly the same way. Well, the whole idea with this is to have patience, because it takes a little work to get this thing done. But once you're there, you're going to absolutely love an amazing boneless turkey for your holiday that will be so easy to carve. And we're going to stuff this, by the way, later on with our family recipe. It goes back many years, and it's a pork sausage stuffing, which is absolutely unbelievable. Okay, we're getting there. Way down. Okay, so now I've been able to successfully cut through that little cartilage by the top of the backbone, and we're going to free that part of the turkey up, like so. There's our carcass. This goes into our soup bowl, and you're going to end up with what we have right now. You just want to find that bone. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got the bone apart. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to start working on the thigh bone. And basically what you want to do is just find that bone and run your knife along the edge of it on all the sides and cut along the top like that. Run your knife down until you get down to the joint. Just kind of cut away, cut away. Okay. Then what you do is you take your knife and run it along the length of the bone. Get this out of the way. Like so. And you want to keep cutting until you get to the leg bones. I'm going to cut this top bone right off. Again, it goes to our soup bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're finally getting down to the bottom of the actual leg bone, and this is where the tendons are. But basically what you want to do is just go down, you get to that point, and then just cut it right off.